singing to this one together?
Okay.
Okay, we'll start by saying congratulations to Coach Lowe and her team on just a great season. After you give your opening statement, Coach, we'll ask questions for everyone. And if you have a question, please just raise your hand and a mic will be passed to you.
Just wanted to say, I'll start off by saying congrats to Ole Miss. I thought it was a hard-fought game, beginning to end, and I'm just so incredibly proud of the way our group showed up today. They showed up throwing punches from the beginning to the very last out. I thought we didn't get a lot of breaks in the second game. That was tough, and at the same time, they just kept going to work. And a hard-fought battle, hard regional, and congrats to them. But I couldn't be more proud of the fight and the all of it, the grit, all of it that our team put in today, and just couldn't be more proud of the group to the left of me as well. And super proud of our seniors and the legacy that they left with this program.
So, Miranda and Deb, your last game in the uniform, what's it feel like? And passing things along to, Sid, Stu, and the rest of them, how are you guys feeling, and what do you want to leave for them?
It's definitely hard. It's tough. It's emotional. I've been playing softball for 20 years now, and so it's hard anytime you close a chapter of your life, even knowing that you have great things ahead. It's still hard, but I think that I can speak for both of us when we're really just proud to have worn this uniform and to be passing it along and know that we're leaving it in good hands. So I'm just really grateful for the short time that I was able to be here, but it's definitely changed my life, and I'm really grateful for this time, and so it just makes it harder to put it in the past.
For Coach and for, I'm sorry.
I'd just like to say thank you to Kate and Coach Kendria for taking a chance on a girl who just wanted to play at the highest level and who also wanted to just win a national championship and just who loved the game. And I can remember the moment that I stepped on campus that it was just everything that I wanted. And I remember sitting in my math class in high school, emailing them saying, you know what, I want to win a national championship with you guys. And when I got that email back, I was so excited, and I knew I was going to commit here. And gosh, I couldn't have picked a better school, couldn't have picked a better coaching staff. But gosh, I'm so grateful for the people that have surrounded me, the people who supported me, everyone behind the scenes. But gosh, I can't help but think that we're leaving this uniform better than we found it. And not only as a player, but also as a person. It's just one of the biggest things that I strive to do is just to leave each place better than I found it. And honestly, I can't think of a better group than to leave this uniform with and pass it on to our seniors this next year. But quite honestly, thank you for taking a chance on me.
Dev, what was difficult about navigating that Mississippi lineup over the last 2 days for you?
I just think it was honestly just being able to hit my spots at the end of the day, and sometimes the team just has your number, and that's what it felt like today and yesterday. So, yeah.
One for Sydney and then one for Coach Sydney. You took Guacchino yard in the first game. They bring her in to face you there with the bases loaded. What were you thinking about going into the at-bat, and what did you see on that first pitch?
I think just not making the moment bigger than itself. Like I always say, the fans were kind of getting a little rowdy and like everyone's standing up. And I think my plan was to attack an inside pitch, and I got an inside pitch. I was just a little early, but yeah, that was the plan off of her. But she came out of that plan, or she executed. So props to her. But yeah.
And then for Coach, obviously this isn't how you wanted the season to end. but you have the most of your roster coming back. You never know what the portal will hold, but how do you feel about the direction the program is going and what your roster might look like next season?
I definitely feel great about the direction that our program's going. I think, I think about our crowd today and this weekend, and Tucson doesn't show up for just anybody in the softball world, and they show up for champions, and these guys laid it all out on the line every single day of the entire season, and people show up for that, and they have your back, and I'm just so proud of the legacy these guys are going to leave, and it's not this weekend. That doesn't define them. It's, Devin's absolute spirit and heart of a warrior, and Miranda's feistiness and ability to just go out and dominate, and no questions asked, and just top to bottom, they've left this team better, and I think that's what we're doing every year, and it doesn't always result in a national championship. It doesn't. Only one team gets to do that every single year, but I will tell you that, I think we talked about it in 2022, we were sitting in the room watching our name not get called in the postseason, and this group did nothing but absolutely just go to work on getting better, and they looked in the mirror, and that's a hard thing to do in this day and age, to just look in the mirror and say, how are we going to grow and how are we going to get better? And they've, that was, Devin and quite a few other people. I can remember our 22 class was freshmen in that room, and they decided how they wanted this program to be, the standards, the culture, all of it. They bought in, and they've just been going to work. Till the very last out today, they absolutely fought their tails off for what they believe this team to be and for what they believe to be in the future. So, yeah, it's a hard knock to take, but I also know, I told them my freshman year it did not end where it needed to be, and to me that fueled my fire for the rest of my entire life. So sometimes life hands you these things, and for our seniors, they're going to use it in life, because that's how it goes, and for the rest of them, they're going to use it in the game too, and I'm excited to see what that brings next season.
And Coach, coming off the run rule, how did just going down 4-0 in the game kind of maybe impact the vibes of the game there?
I mean, it was a punch, but we were throwing punches all day, and I was proud of us for responding with the two there in the beginning. And, a lot of people are going to talk about the left on base, but we were relentless getting people on and putting pressure on every single inning. And our outs with runners left on base were feisty. I mean, Jenna's lining out to the right fielder. We had 3 balls to the warning track. They were in the right place at the right time a lot of today, and that happens. It's life. And you got to swallow it, and you got to take it on the chin, and you want to do it with a circle like this, because a circle like this is going to keep you strong and keep you motivated for the future. And I'm glad our circle is tight and that we have our people.
Coach, 2 questions. Obviously, Sydney talked about the situation where she was looking for something inside. Do you have a universal philosophy on whether in that situation you want your batters to take a pitch, take a strike, or if they see the pitch that they're looking for early, it's fine for them to do that?
She has the authority to absolutely hack when she wants to hack, and I think that's the biggest thing. We played cat and mouse all weekend long, and I don't know if you could tell, but I mean, we were sitting on change-ups in moments and hammering them out of the park, aka Devin yesterday. We were sitting hard sometimes, we were sitting out, we were sitting in, and that is the most fun part of this game, is being able to play at that level where you're in this, you're a living, breathing thing in this video game, and they make an adjustment, you make an adjustment. It's the best part about softball. And so when there is the belief in your team and their preparation, they have the authority to absolutely just go for it. And that's the thing. They went for it all weekend. They went for it, and it doesn't always end up the way you want it to. But it takes courage and fight to absolutely just lay yourself on the line like that. And they did it. They did it. And they're disappointed because they left everything on the field for you guys. And I couldn't be more proud that that's the group that showed up this weekend.
And Kaya getting caught stealing there, was that a straight steal, or were you guys trying to maybe hit and run?
Just a miscommunication. Yeah.
Hey, Coach, I think there were 4 national seeds that lost this weekend. What does that say about the parity of the sport when, you have teams, whether it's Ole Miss or Liberty, beating A&M, How does that speak to the parity in softball?
I mean, it's great right now. The competition, I know our girls are glued to every single game that's on TV, watching the fight back and forth. And I don't know how the games ended up today, but I do know there were a lot of hard-fought wins. I mean, you don't see shutouts anymore either. It's a different kind of game, and there's so much back and forth, and you got to just keep your head screwed on. You got to be tough, and you got to go to war. And it doesn't always end your way, and at the same time, just you want to see your team fight like that and leave everything out on the line. So I'm proud of where the sport is. I think when you look at the World Series crowds and how, not only the World Series crowds, I mean, we had ESPN viewership numbers that outranked a lot of male sports, and I'm just proud of where female sports is going. I mean, people want to tune in and watch us play because we play the game hard, and that's exciting to me, not just for softball, but for women in general, too.
Caitlin, when you get to this point in the season and it's win or go home, are you still worried a lot about matchups, or is it like you kind of go with who got you here?
I think we trusted everyone, top to bottom, 1 through 22, to get the job done. Did I think Miranda was going to have like 10 innings in her belt or whatever she had? I don't know. You dig a little deeper when it becomes this situation, and I was proud of that. Was proud of Aisa being able to come in, and people just being able to have each other's backs. Like, everybody has walked into this press conference and said, it was my job to take the ball in that moment and have your back in that moment. And that's cool. It's not, we're not passing along failure. We're passing along like, let's go, give me the ball, I'm next. And that mentality felt really good.
Miranda, after that last at-bat, there was a lot of emotion, and the team was right there to support you. What has this team meant to you? And just, you guys seem so close-knitted.
Yeah, for sure. I always say when it rains, it pours, right? So of course, I'd be the last out today, and of course, Devin would be the last out the other day. That's just how the sport works, I swear. But yeah, I stepped away from the game, and I struggled to find my love for it, and this group has definitely allowed me to go out with such a sweet taste in my mouth about the sport and about what it can mean to be a team and mean to be a teammate. And so especially these two next to me, I'm just so grateful for them, and it's just been fun, and I think that that's really what it's all about, and it's great. I think that that's exactly what we all want to return to. It's the same feeling that we had when we were playing all-stars when we were 8 and unders, and I think that we kind of bring some of that looseness and silliness and fun back to the game, and so I'm really grateful that I was able to go out in that way and in that light.
Well, that concludes our press conference. Thank you all for your time.
Thank you.
So we're not going to do it?